Hello everybody, what's going on? This is Andrew, and today I wanted to try this cool adventures deck that I saw while browsing the internet the other day. Edgewall Innkeeper and Lucky Clover are the two cards that kind of make this adventures archetype worth it. If you played at all during Eldraine Standard, you should be familiar with this deck. This deck is kind of insane. It just plays a bunch of the best adventures cards with Lucky Clover, which doubles all the adventure spells, and Edgewall Innkeeper, which just lets you keep drawing cards. You just kind of are a huge teamer-based value deck. Now, in Explorer, we have access to Omnath, Locus of Creation, which we just need to splash white for, which we kind of want to anyways, to get access to Giant Killer and some good sideboard cards. It fits really nicely into the deck because with cards like Beanstalk Giant and Escape to the Wilds, we're making multiple land drops a turn anyways. We play 3 Fabled Passages. Everything just kind of works together nicely in this deck. Fae of Wishes is a key part of the deck. We get to go wish for a non-creature card that's in our sideboard. So we have cards like Redcap Melee or Rip Apart if we need a removal spell, Rest in Peace to attack the graveyard, Dovin's Veto, or Chandra Awakened Inferno for the control matchups. We've got an Ugin the Spirit Dragon as a finisher, and Escape to the Wilds just to grind a little bit more. There's also a Once and Future down here, which lets us grind even more, which is just kind of silly. Fling and Shadow Spear are both finishers that go with a massive Beanstalk Giant also. The only cards from here that I'd consider sideboarding into the deck after sideboarding are some number of the Dovin's Veto and some number of Fry. You probably bring in 2 of each in the matchups you want them and leave 1 of each in the sideboard to go wish for. But that's this deck. It was a terror in Standard, so we'll see if it translates well to Explorer or not. Let's give it a shot. Alright, getting into our first game with this deck. We won the die roll, that's great, and we drew an unkeepable hand. So we will mulligan into, I don't know, is this better? We keep this, we play tap land on 1, shock Clover on 2, and hope that we draw adventure spells. And, yeah. Try home first. The Fabled Passage can get us our single planes if we draw a white card. Or if we draw an Omnath, that works too. So now I'd love to draw a Brazen Borrower. Of course. Okay. It's happening. Okay, I mean, we're jamming this into their counterspell. Grixis doesn't always play counterspells, they want to be more tap out. So it's not 100% that they have the counterspell here. We're jamming. Cool, we get to at least draw a card. It's good. Have the Fabled Passage for next turn. They cycle Sweltering Suns. Okay. Do they have like Bolus or a kill spell? Cool. Something good. I wouldn't call Beanstalk Giant bad necessarily. I get to go get a bunch of basics out of my deck. The cool thing about Beanstalk Giant is that all the lands come in untapped. The bad thing about Beanstalk Giant, this particular one, doesn't have anything to do with all this mana. 5 mana untapped, I can't do anything with it. There's Bolus. They take my last card, which is Forest. I'll fetch now because I'd like to get as many basics out of my deck before my draw step as possible. I'll grab blue. Okay. Our clovers are jacked. Can we draw something good to do with the Clovers? That's the question. A Bone Crusher Giant is pretty good. Fae of Wishes lets me wish 4 times. Oh, they're just blowing one up with Cake Man right now? Sure. Still want Bone Crusher? I mean, Love Struck Beast is okay here. It's probably the worst of the adventure creatures I could have drawn. Play the big Beanstalk Giant, say go. Oh, they're a Fires of Invention deck. Okay. Sure. See, so Brazen Borrower kind of sucks with Fires of Invention, or with the Lucky Clovers. The copies go off first, and so if they don't have enough things to target, you can't actually do anything. Or the Brazen Borrower just dies. Is it worth it? Forcing them to skip their turn? I don't think so. I could just pass. Bontu's Last Reckoning is cute with Fires of Invention. Okay, take 2. Play another permanent, please. Okay, they did the thing I asked them to do. Okay, so we're gonna bounce some stuff. We're gonna bounce the Fires. Bounce Bolus. And bounce Chandra. They're drawing a card. I'm gonna exile this island.
Let your weak minds crumble.
Cast this. Okay. Again, I can't I can't use this the way I want to unless they have 3 things out thanks to the Lucky Clovers. Yeah, there's Chandra. I might just be casting Brazen Borrower.
You and I are gonna take them out.
Yeah, I'm just casting Brazen Borrower to attack the Chandra.
Well, that was a disaster.
Because I can't bounce things because of the Lucky Clover. It's kind of awkward. We've got Bolus. Just kill Brazen Borrower, sure. An Ashiok to kill the Love Struck Beast. Yeah. Okay, I'll give it one more draw step, but I believe we're just dead here. Yep. If they didn't have the second Planeswalker, this could have let the Love Struck Beast attack. Actually was an okay draw. So I get to bring in Dovin's Vetoes. Do I bring in Fry? Kills Bolus, it kills Bolus, it kills Ashiok. Probably. Giant Killer does not seem particularly good. I think I trim at least 1 Brazen Borrower. Might be a second Borrower and a Beanstalk Giant, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about the last cut. Pretty sure about the other 2. I like cutting Brazen Borrower in matchups like this, I believe. So we'll see. We get to play first again. Just another garbage opening hand. Holy crap. I wonder if there's not enough lands in this deck. This just does not seem like enough. I'll fetch blue. If I can find a land next turn, I'm okay. No, never mind. They take my Beanstalk Giant here, and then I'm sad. Oh, joke's on them. I wasn't drawing a land anyways. I'm gonna go double check how many lands are in this deck. This, like, getting 3 less than 2 land openers, it's a pretty small sample size, but we're also dying pretty badly. Though one more land lets us cast Fae of Wishes, so maybe we're okay still. Opponent does not have red yet in their deck that likes to cast Sweltering Suns. Kind of interesting. Okay.
Bet you can't catch us.
Alright. My creatures attack. I play one of these Fae of Wishes as a 1/4. I don't know. Yeah, I think so. I don't love that. I really don't like that. But I kind of think that's what I'm supposed to do.
Now this is a juicy secret.
Our opponent has all of the Planeswalkers. Every single one of them.
You will serve me well.
Okay, Stomping Ground is a good draw. How do I attack the Planeswalkers? 3 creatures attack Sorin, 1 attacks Kaito, or the other way around? I think 3 attacks Sorin, 1 attacks Kaito. I was gonna say, please block like that, opponent. They'd rather keep their token alive than both Planeswalkers. That's interesting. I'm gonna wish. I'm gonna go get 2 things. I don't really know what I'm getting yet. I could get Redcap Melee. I could get Dovin's Veto. Neither of those cards do anything yet. Fry. Shadow Spear is pretty good. I might just get Fry and Shadow Spear for now. Kind of like that. Fires and they just shock that in, so they're at 9 now. Okay, command, blow that up. I discard. I think I'll discard the Fry. Or do I just discard the Escape to the Wilds? I'm just going to discard the Escape to the Wilds. Seems a little crazy, but if I draw a land, I just want to... Oh, well. Put this on you. Go ahead and smush for 6. Sure, they get 3 looks at something good. Okay, they found a land. And what's their last spell for the turn? Murderous Rider. You got it. Now they're out of spells. Now let's see, I can fry this, equip, attack with both, but that doesn't do anything. So instead I'm just equipping and passing. Holding up Fry. I think that's good. This is a 2/5 now. Chandra can't kill it. Sure. They've got Narset.
Mind and body should move in
Narset's looking for stuff.
and prepare.
Found a Sarkon, sure. Play Sarkon, yep.
What know you of dragon?
Can make a dragon, yep.
Come to me.
So I can pick this up. I can discard my cards and pick up Fae of Wishes. And then I can wish again to go find Fling, which just kills my opponent, but I need a land for that. But I'm trying to decide if that's just my best guess or my best chance of winning. Probably not. Probably finding Bone Crusher Giant's a slightly better option. Yeah, I'll just look for Bone Crusher instead. 2 lands and a Bone Crusher, please. Oh no, I got 2 lands, but not lands that can cast Bone Crusher, or that can cast Stomp. I'll shock this in, play this, have Dovin's Veto up, I guess. I found the Bone Crusher, but no red mana. That's fine. Fatal Push. Yeah.
Keep an open mind.
They whiffed. They make some planeswalkers. They go to 3, they play the Murderous Rider, sure. And that's it. So I'm kind of in a similar sticky spot, right? I need Bone Crusher to do a lot more work. So I think I'm just escaping to the wilds again. Cool. And that will do it. Lucky Clover, then Bone Crusher you. Cool. That's what I needed. I needed a Clover or a Stomp, so I had a decent number of hits there. Our opponent has so many Planeswalkers. Thinking about this red cap melee, do I want it in my deck, or do I just want to go wish for it? Probably just wishing for it's fine. Yeah, seems fine. We'll run it back. Can we keep 7? Is that something this deck can do? Yeah, I keep this hand, but I'm not convinced it's gonna work out. This. This kind of forces them to kill this. Oh, they didn't even kill it. For 1. Alright, can I find a Beanstalk Giant? Or a land for Beanstalk Giant would be great. Because then I could keep Dovin's Veto up on the following turn. Land for Giant, please. Okay, cool. So I get to get white. And blue. And then pass the turn. Yep. What am I discarding? Why can't I hold all these cards? I think I'm discarding Omnath, actually. Cool. I think I'm wishing... and getting, Thing. Or... I just don't care and I just escape to the wilds. Maybe that's what I just do. Just do that, play this, say go. If they don't do anything too crazy here, we're good. It's kind of okay.
Welcome to my
Bounce that, exile something. I think I'll just get rid of the Clover now. I think that's okay.
Your heroics are but a dream.
So now Omnath. Well, now Beanstalk doesn't do anything. So let's Omnath. Draw a card. Escape to the wilds. Interesting. Play a land. Cast this. Get blue. Activate Omnath. Make some mana. Now what am I doing with this mana? It's a good amount of mana to cast Fae of Wishes. Or to cast Granted. And just grab Fry. Or grab Ugin. I could just get Ugin, huh? Yep, they're making a 2/3.
Thieving progeny.
I've got this Dovin's Veto up. So I can counter their first thing. Do I even care about this? I kind of want to let this resolve, then just play Ugin plus on the Ashiok. Yeah, I think that's fine. And I found a land, so I can play Ugin and hold up Dovin's Veto. It's pretty good. Tick up with the Ugin, pass the turn. They're casting Granted. No, thank you. Cool. Got the win. That was sweet. That that felt pretty good. Alright, getting into game 2 with this deck. Yeah, this hand seems fine. It's a little slow, potentially. But we've got Brazen Borrower to slow things down. We get to go Triumph on 1, Shock Stomping Ground on 2, Deserted Beach on 3. And we'll just chill. Like, they could just go land Lovestruck Beast. I'm okay with that. Or, you know, bouncing almost whatever they play here. I'll take the 1 to kind of bait them into playing the Lovestruck Beast. Whenever this attacks, defending player may have you draw a card. Oh. Nah. No, thank you. So this is just like a Jund aggro deck, it looks like. Just like Jund monsters. So now I'm not sure if I'm cycling Triumph or casting Brazen Borrower. Brazen Borrower doesn't really do anything here. Sure. Elves and Lovestruck Beast? Sure. Yeah, I think we're just cycling the Triumph. Good draws. So I can make a 1/1 and then Giant Killer the Lovestruck Beast. Or I can just play both halves of Lovestruck Beast and hold Giant Killer for the Shakedown Heavy. That might be better. I have white already. So I could get second white. I'm just gonna grab another forest. Yeah, I'll do this. Giant Killer cleanly deals with the Shakedown Heavy or some other big threat, and this can just trade for theirs, so. Oh, fight rigging. So at the beginning of combat, they can put a counter on something, then if they control a creature with power 7 or greater, they can cast their exiled card. So now they just get to cast Tibalt. Gotcha.
I have cosmic aspirations, dear Planeswalker. Make no mistake.
Well, I don't have anything that kills Tibalt. So I can kill that. Play this. Play this. Attack Tibalt. Well, that's silly. I'd heard about the fight rigging deck. I have not seen it in action yet, though. But now that I have, I get it.
Oh, so many painful memories.
Yeah, I don't think we're coming back from this. Yep. I'm not gonna show them anything else. I've seen enough. So this thing's a 6/4. So like red cat melee kills it. But then I have to sacrifice something. Fry is not very good here. I don't really want a bunch of Dovin Vetoes against a creature deck. But maybe I need them. Borrower seems very good here. So Borrower's not coming out. I could trim a Bone Crusher and an Omnath or something like that. Maybe trimming the Clover is right here. But if I go Clover and then have Bone Crusher Giant up, that can kill their thing, their 6/4. So I think I want to leave the Clovers in. Yeah, if I had a different hand, I think I could maybe keep up with that, but I had the 2 Fae of Wishes in my hand that just weren't doing a thing. This hand's awkward. I think I go Beach on 1, Clover on 2. And just take it a little slower. Like running the Innkeeper out on 1 doesn't really do anything. They have an elf, of course they do. Fabled Passage gets red here, I think, but it might be blue. I get to bounce both of their things. That's not bad. I'm not sure what to get with the Fable Passage. Could be red. That way I'm closer to casting Omnath, and I have the red for Bone Crusher in case I draw it. So we're in combat now, so I'll Petty Theft that. And the copy will Petty Theft this. So now they don't have access to any of their mana because they went to combat first. Cool. Yep. So we're gonna go get red mana here. I suppose that's a reason to get blue. I'm just casting the Fae of Wishes to draw a card. That's absolutely what I'm doing here. Cool. Then we get to make some 1/1s. Awesome. That was a good turn. Any untapped land lets me cast this and hold up the Dovin's Veto, which would be great. Race and Borrower's not a bad draw either. I actually think I'll just veto this. If they want to attack me with a 6/4, they can. No. No blocks. So much borrowing. Yep. That resolves. I hope they exile a card that they care about, because now I'm just bouncing their shit. Get out of here, opponent. I want nothing to do with you and your stuff. Now I get to go Love Strike Beast, draw a card. Awesome. Do some attacking. Mm-hmm. Oh, I can't play the Omnath. Because Omnath uses my only blue. That's fine. Oh, they're just trading. Interesting. Cool. I figured I was really ahead there. But I didn't have second blue. Once I found second blue, things got really good for me. But without the second blue, things were a little sketchy. Yeah, let's run it back. We were disruptive enough, and they didn't draw any lands, so let's see if we can get it done again. Brazen Borrower with Clover is a pretty silly card when you have targets for it. Okay. We have no disruption. But I don't think I can not keep this hand. Oh. They didn't play an accelerant on one. That's good. Hit you for one. Play this. There you go. Fetch blue with this. Oh, Rotting Regisaur just does it on its own, doesn't it? Brazen Borrower. Fetch the planes here. They might just kill us here. It's definitely a thing that could happen. I'd guess since they kept the hand pretty quickly that they have the combo here. No, just a Shifting Ceratops. Okay. They're just playing some dorks. I can deal with dorks. I think I'll go Omnath here. Draw a card. Play a land, gain some life. No attacks. I could be convinced that triple blocking is a good idea. I could also be convinced that I should just chump with my Innkeepers this turn. because I can escape to the wilds and kind of go off with Omnath next turn. I guess I'll take 5 and just chump a Regisaur probably. This deck should sideboard in Embercleaves. Oh my god, Galta? Sure. You get my Omnath. Well, Galta's gonna mess me up a little bit. So let's see, I can escape to the wilds to go digging. Now I get to play 2 lands this turn, so I can go... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Island, gain 4 life. Mountain, make mana. Now I have 6 mana. So what am I doing with the 6 mana? If I do this, to spend 3. Nug him for 4. And then I can bounce Galta. And stomp Valky. And then attack for 4, I think. I'll block. Then they can replay the Galta. And an elf, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So I can make a 1/1 and play a 9/9. And then pass. And then double block Galta, chump the Regisaur. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I kind of want to go Beanstalk Giant, Shock, gain life, cast Lustric Beast. Now if I find Granted at any point, I just win the game because I can go get Fling and I have the 11th land. Don't even need the land now. Just need to draw a Fae of Wishes and I win. There we go. We did it. And they know it too. I can go get Fling and win. Jeez, that was a cool game. That was fun. I like this deck. I like this deck a lot. Well, this deck kind of felt just as broken as it did in Standard, if I'm being completely honest. It feels like you can always play yourself out of a jam. Omnath is just a great extra value creature that we get access to here. The splashing for white mana didn't really bother me. I did want to check the land count. We are at 26 lands, so I was just getting a little unlucky on my opening hands there. 26 is the right number to be at. I like this deck a lot. I wonder if there needs to be a Deafening Clarion in the sideboard that you can go fetch. And so I'd maybe try to find room for a cheap sweeper in the sideboard. But other than that, really like what this deck is doing. And between Bone Crusher and Brazen Borrower, you just like always have options. You can always deal with whatever. And then Beanstalk Giant ramps you, and if you have a Clover out, the 2 lands you get with Beanstalk Giant are untapped, so you can cast either Petty Theft or Stomp. It's silly. When this deck gets going, it's just ridiculous. And it seemed good. I'm going to keep playing it a little bit and see if it continues to be good. But that was an awesome first showing of this deck. So that's going to be it from me for today. If you liked playing this ridiculous deck in Standard, then I would go for it. I think it's pretty powerful. If you didn't like it, I'm sorry that this deck is still good and around in Explorer. But yeah, be ready for it. There's, blowing up the Lucky Clover is pretty good. Killing the Innkeeper is good. I don't think this deck's invincible, but it's good to be aware that this is something that you could run into. Like I said, that's going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you next time.